Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Gianni Vazquez, who will be defending his up next fighting flyweight title, March 30th. Hello, Gianni. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Gianni, you will be fighting against solid fighter. It will be your first title defense, and we are a few days away from this. So, if you can tell me, how do you feel right now about this fight?
I feel amazing. I feel like mentally, physically ready for the fight, and then it's a good opponent, like you mentioned it, and then like as always, I'm always looking forward to test myself against the best, and then I'm just ready. I'm just excited and ready. I can't wait.
Do you feel some additional pressure because this is your first title defense?
Not really, to be honest. I feel like this is my second. My first was supposed to be in December, and I won that one without fighting, which for me was a win. So I was ready. I did my camp. I make weight. I did all on my hands to make the fight happen. And then at the end of the day, you can't force nobody to fight you. And then if the guy didn't want to fight me, like right before the fight, it was his fault. That was a victory for me. So I see this one as my second title defense, and then I'm more than ready to get another W like that.
And what do you think about the opponent? Because he seems to be a really solid fighter, overall good martial artist.
I think he's pretty good. I feel like he's a really good fighter. Like whatever uh, he does well, and then he knows his game. He's really like educate and the things he like to do, and then I like it. Like I say, like he he has some good skills, but like I'm confident in myself and I'm confident in all the work I've been putting with my team. And then I'm more than ready to face opponents like that. We're here to stay and we're here to prove that like we belong to the big shows.
And overall, in your record, you have knockout submissions, some decisions too. So, what do you think about this fight? About the possible finish in this?
Definitely, for sure. I feel like I have a lot of opportunities to finish the fight, like by knockout, by TKO, by sub. Uh, I feel like you say, if you look at my record, I've been proving I can go the whole rounds, the 3 rounds. I can go 5 rounds. I've been proving that I can knock you out, I can submit you, or I can like just beating yourself until like they call a TKO. So um, I'm really good at fighting and at what I'm doing when I go inside the cage. So whatever is the scenario, I'm down to take the challenge and then don't miss opportunities and in that moment. So I can finish the fight like either way.
This is probably good for the fighter that you know that you can knock him out, knock your opponent out, submit him, but also you will have no problem fighting for 5 rounds. So I think that it can also give you some confidence.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, like the confidence on my side is always I'm a dog, man. I'm a dog, and I'm down to fight like from 1 minute till 25 minutes, and then uh, I've been saying that before, and I've been gonna keep saying it. Like for people to get the W on me, they gotta put me out. They gotta like stop me or like one of those two, basically. Because like if you try to win by decision, it's gonna be a long night, and then like you really have to make a good fight, and then like you really have to make a point that like you beat me. Because if not, like trust me, like I'm just gonna be in your face coming after like every single round, and then every single minute I'm just gonna be like pushing the pace, and then like I'm just gonna like keep working until like someone uh tires out or someone quit, and then I'm not here to quit.
Did you prepare yourself for this fight in Mexico?
I I did like 2 weeks of camp up there. I've been doing that for my last 4 camps, every time I get a fight, I like to do like long camps, like 10 weeks. So I prepare myself. I do like my first 2 weeks here. I do 2 weeks up there, and then my other like 4 weeks I do here. If it's 8 weeks, if I do 10 weeks, I do 4 weeks here. Start picking up. I go there to Mexico for 2 weeks, and I come back and I do my last 4 weeks out here in California. Right now, I'm here in Vegas because I came to get some training with my head coach Colin Oyama, and then one of my corners and main partners, Alex Perez. So we're here in Vegas for a few days. We're getting some work, and then we're heading out like this weekend and get ready for 5 weeks in California.
And with Team Oyama, when you are training camp, who is your like main or regular sparring partners where you are in the camp?
I would say my strongest main sparring partners, they always are like pushing me to the limit. It will be like Ricky Simon, it will be Alex Perez, and then bro, you might don't know these guys, but like we have a little group of like amateurs, young people, hungry people. That we have Michael, we have Amin, we have Stain, we have Lalo. Bro, all these guys, they're like always trying to kill myself because they're like the up and comings from Team Oyama. Like I said right now, you might don't know them right now, but like in a couple years, you will hear these names and then like, bro, these guys, every single training, they're trying to take my head off, and they're trying to like emulate like my opponents, and they're like give me the best looks. And then on the other side, I have like Alex Perez and Ricky Simon, which they have the experience. They have like like all these type of like high level like situations, and the ones that they can put me into it. And then it's always good, to have both like sides. And then they're my main partners. Those like 6 people that I say, they're like the ones that like always like grind myself in every single practice.
These young fighters are also, I think that it can be cool story because you are just looking at them like there are like let's say amateurs, like they just begin their journey, and in few years, like you said, they can be like main stars, so you can watch their journey from beginning.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like I truly believe we have some talent up there, and then I truly believe like all these guys, they always help me out, and they're in like the amateur circuits right now. They're gonna be someone, like if they like continue working, and then they continue doing what they're doing right now, and then the way they do, like I really believe like these four names that I give it to you right now, they're gonna be in like the big shows too. Cause like trust me, like I have experience fighting right now, professional, and these guys, they're like bringing the hell every time we train. And then like that's the best, and that's how I see them. And then like I really like to have these kids around me because like they always keeping me hungry and keeping me like trying to push myself because like they're the up and comers. And then like even if I'm still young, I really have like a lot of years of fighting under myself. So like I have to keep up with these guys, like to keep proving that like I'm here to stay. And then I have to show them that like this is the only way, you know.
And you have a few good wins overall in your career, like Adam Antolin, like David Martinez. And with this win, what do you think should be next for you?
Of course, like this win should be proof that like I'm already like like ready to go to the big show. I feel like uh, last year I lost my opportunity to get to the big show, and one of my fights where I lost, and then my opponent after that fight he got signed up by the UFC, and then I was winning the whole fight, and then I make a mistake, and then he got like a really good job. He won, but after that, like I came back, and then I won by TKO, and I became the first flyweight champion of Up Next. Which like if you look at Up Next, they're putting like one of the best matchups like every single time they put the cards together. You don't see like matchups that you see like, oh, this guy is gonna win because like this guy has like a lot of victories and he's fighting a guy that has like more losses than victories in his record. They're not trying to build nobody. They're trying to put together the best guys in California or around the area against each other and see who's the best. And for right now, my next fight, they're putting me against one guy that was in the Ultimate Fighting, which for me means that he was already on the eyes of the UFC. They give him the chance, and then unfortunately he couldn't get to the big show. But guess what? They put him this next weekend against me, and then if I go there and I show them that I will beat this guy, it's no doubt that my name is next on the list. You know, I should be in the UFC soon. You know, after this fight, I need to get my shot up there. You know, like give me a chance and I will prove you that like I'm a real Mexican that will bring the war every single time I step in the cage. And then I know they're looking for people like that. You know, they're looking for people that like they're gonna put on the show. Like they don't really like people that just hold you down and then like trying to hook you for 15 minutes. They're not people that are trying to just like punch you a little bit and run around. No, they're trying to. It's a businessman, and the business is about the show. And I'm a showman. And then every time I step in the cage, trust me, it's gonna be a show. You don't want to miss my fights because like they're gonna bring a really good show. So if someone has to be in the UFC soon, it has to be me.
I definitely agree that you are never ever in the boring fights. Every time this is like high level of excitement, and even your fight against Chairez, it was a very good fight for the like 3 rounds or even more. That you really looked great. Of course, the things happened and it was quite unfortunate, but like watching the previous 15 minutes, it was very very like exciting fight, and also you were definitely winning.
If the fight would have been 3 rounds, I would have won that fight. The fight was set to be 5 rounds, and then the guy missed weight by 5 pounds. And you know, it was so many things in the fight that happened. They like, of course, you know, like I don't, I take the loss as a man, because like it's no point for me like to say something because I accept the fight with the overweight. I accept the fight with like I got kicked in the nuts. I accept the fight with like he grabbing the fence every time I tried to get the takedown before the last one. Like I got poked in the eye like twice and stuff like that, you know. Like and I take the loss as a champ, and then guess what? Because of that, it made me grow up as a better fighter. And today I'm gonna tell you this: like if one day they call me and they say you want to fight this guy again, I'm gonna be the first one to say yes. And then you know if they will ask him, I don't know if he will say yes right away because you know, as a fighter, you know, when you're being in the cage with another person and you guys share like that time inside the cage and then you guys fight, like you will know who will say yes to a rematch right away. And you will know who's gonna take a time to think like, fuck, you know, it's gonna be a hard fight, but like, okay, I guess we gotta do it, you know. And I'm always definitely to say yes to like a rematch like that because, like I said, I was winning and I was feeling like I just make a mistake and I know it, but it's okay, man. Life just keep going, and then my time will come, and then you guys will see Saturday night. Next Saturday night, they're like, I'm more than ready, and I'm keep evolving. I'm keep moving up in my game. My game is always gonna be different. You're not gonna every time you're gonna see me fight, it's not gonna be the same fighter. It's gonna be the better. It's gonna be better and better. And that's why we keep doing it, you know, because we keep improving every single time.
And when you are in the training camp, even right now, do you like to like watch the videos of your opponent, maybe like analyzing his like advantages, like maybe weaknesses? Do you like to do this?
Yeah, we study a little bit of the film at first when we get the fight offer. Of course, we say yes, and then we go like as a team, my head coaches, and then like we see it, and then we study some film to see like what he does good, what he doesn't, and then from there the game planning start, and then I probably just watch one more time just to have my personal thoughts about it. But after that, it's just like I just trying to improve myself and get better for me. You know, I'm pretty good about like trying to always keep myself getting ready for all the areas like jiu-jitsu, wrestling, Muay Thai, boxing. I'm always training all the areas, so I don't have to be worried about like, oh, I'm fighting a grappler. I need to like start working on my jiu-jitsu. No, no, no. I'm always working 7 days a week, all my martial arts. So when the fight comes, I just study and say, okay, he's pretty good at doing this. He's pretty good at doing that. But guess what? I'm good at all. So like we're ready for whatever happens. So like it's more about my head coach have a game plan, but for me, I'm just always focused on myself to be better and improve myself. And then I watch my last fight video, and from there I go, okay, I need to get better at these little things, and then just fix it. And then from there, I just focus on get better at the stuff I need to get better.
I think that this is important, not only watch like your opponents fight, but also to see yourself and maybe the mistakes that you did to improve yourself in your next performance.
Yeah, for sure. Like we always have like mistakes, and then we always have like little like things that we have to improve, and then we can improve, and then like that's like I've season for it. When you're like non-camp, you should be working on things that like you need to get better at, and then that's what I do.
And on the paper, what would you think would be a like toughest stylistically matchup for you? Like what style can give you some problems?
Anyone, to be honest, I don't have any problems with any style. Like I said, I feel confident not because I have one I lost last year by sub means that like I can grapple, because I can grapple. Like like the best thing about MMA is MMA. Like I mean, you can tell me that you're like the best wrestler ever, but like let's see if you wanna go try to get a takedown when you get me in the face. You know, you can tell me that you're like the boxer ever, but let me tell you this. Like, let me see if you wanna box with me when after I kick your leg. You know, and it goes like the same with everything. If you can be a black belt in jiu-jitsu, I've been fighting a lot of black belts in jiu-jitsu, and guess what? They couldn't even take me down. So like in jiu-jitsu didn't even work. So like I don't think matchups or styles. I don't think styles. It will be hard to make a matchup for me, to be honest, because I'm well prepared in all the areas. I just think like for me, it's like whoever is more hungry and fight night, that is gonna give me like the hard matchup. If I know the guy is gonna bring hell and he's hungry and he has the same like type of like mentality I do, for sure it's gonna be a hard fight because I'm not here to quit. And if they're gonna get a W on me, they need to put me out because like otherwise like it's gonna be a long night. But stylistically, I don't care, man. Like I'm ready for everything. I can wrestle, I can do jiu-jitsu, I can box for sure because I'm a Mexican. You know, I can kick you because I have a background in Muay Thai too. So whatever you say, I'm down to do it. I'm just a guy that like to fight, and then it doesn't matter to me style.
And in the end of the day, you probably will face every possible style in your career, like great strikers, great grapplers, great wrestlers. So either now or maybe in a few years, you definitely will fight with all the best.
Yeah, I already been fighting with all the type of styles that like you can mention it. I already been fighting with boxers. I already been fighting with the jiu-jitsu guys. I already been fighting with like Muay Thai guys. I already been fighting with wrestlers. So like it's nothing new that they can bring to the table to me that like is gonna like surprise me.
How many fights would you like to have this year after this?
Oh man, I'm down to fight this, and then after I'm down to fight July, I would like to have 4 fights this year at least. You know, man, the longer I don't get injured, put me in every month. Like we're a fighters, dog, and like, I'm just here to fight. Like I'm trying to live the Thailand life in America. Fighting every weekend, living the life, chilling, training, fighting, getting paid. That's it.
So with this type of mindset, you maybe we can see you in the UFC event this year with some maybe short notice opportunity.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm here in Vegas right now, and they have a card this weekend. One of my teammates is fighting, and then if they say someone pull out 135, 125, 145, I'm down. Like, man, you don't let pass those opportunities. Like the opportunity comes, put me in. Like, I'm down to fight anytime for the UFC. They call me anytime, 125, 135. They have a 145. If it's the only option to get in, I do it. guess what? I've been fighting at 45 before. Guess what? Nobody knocked me out before, so I can take a punch for a 140 fighter. That doesn't scare me.
And do you have a fighter that you would like to face, even from the UFC, even in let's say the dream fights scenario? So maybe this fight will not happen, but in your mind, it would be cool to face this opponent.
I think in my weight class, like Pantoja is one of the good fighters I would like to face because, like, you know, I feel like a Pantoja hit hard. I feel like he has a good jiu-jitsu and he's a dog, and that's what I mean. I feel like always I try to look for the most challenged person I can see, and then I think like he's not gonna quit in a fight. He can break his hand, and then he's gonna keep fighting for 5 rounds. So I would like to face a guy like that. If his name is that, like Pantoja will be like it will be amazing for me. Have the opportunity to face someone that's not gonna quit because I'm not quitting there. And then like I would like to test myself against like some dog like that. But to be honest, it's like it doesn't matter. Like as soon as you get to the UFC, like any fight is a good fight. Like nobody's gonna be an easy fight. Like up there is full of dogs, and then like I'm ready to like be in that little thing and just prove it that like I belong there.
And right now, flyweight division is really deep because a few years ago, maybe it was like 5 or 6 great fighters, but right now I think that it's much deeper, and like top 15 are really like very good guys in all area. So the flyweight division is one of the maybe even best divisions in the UFC.
Yeah, I like the flyweight division right now. It's getting like really like popular. I like it because now they start finding like people like I will put my name up there. They're like, as a flyweight, like we're like small, but we can put you out. You know, Before it wasn't that entertaining because they say, okay, the flyweights they're cool, they're technical, but like they don't have really power. And then right now, people like me, like myself, like we can be fast, we can be technical, but at the same time, we can put you out with one punch. So like that's really entertaining for people, and we go back to the talk about like this is business, and then like the business up here is entertaining, and then like we're really entertaining. So the flyweight division is for sure right now one of the good divisions they is putting on the show in the UFC.
Who is your like favorite fighter to watch?
When I started first, like the sport of MMA, one of my for sure favorite fighters was like Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo was one of my favorite fighters all time. So I would say him.
And he will be back.
Yeah, he's gonna be back, man. That's crazy. The king of Rio is back, and he's back in Rio. So it's kind of cool to see that, a legend coming back, and then I'm excited to see that fight.
Yes, he was great for so many years in WEC, in the UFC. Even after Conor fight, he was a champion. So, and then in bantamweight division, he was like top 5 guy. So it's like almost 15 years on being on the top. So it's something unbelievable, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is hard to stay at the top for so long, and he did it, and then like that's why he's a legend.
Recently, there was a news that there will be a boxing fight between Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal, and I have a question. Did you like hear about it, and what do you think about this contest?
Yeah, of course I hear about it. Like Nate Diaz is my boy. Like they have the brand represent, and they're like my sponsors. So like like we always with Nate Diaz, and then like I love his boxing style. He's another dog. He's a real person. Like I have the pleasure to meet him in, like a few times, and then like he's a real person. Like So I like to the people like that. They does that. So I'm with Nate. Plus, we're in the West Coast side, so we're gonna like stay with the West Coast.
He's definitely one of the icon of MMA because he always bring action. His rivalry against Conor was also something that probably never happened in MMA. So he will be in MMA forever. His name.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. For sure, he deserved it. He did so many things for the sport, so like he deserved it to be there.
And watching your career, from your perspective, when would you think that you can say about your MMA career that you made it, that it was worth all the effort of all of this thing that you did? When you will become a UFC champion, maybe you will be in the rankings.
Uh, I mean, I think like I see myself that I can be potentially like get to the UFC and then be potentially one of like the top contenders, and then I can secure and then feel confident to say that like I have the potential to be a champ. You know, like I have the work ethic, I have like all the tools, I have the skills, and then I have all the discipline, which is one of the more important things. You know, I have the discipline, and for sure I have the heart and I have the balls to do it. You know, because like a lot of people they have the heart, they have the brain, but they don't have the balls to do it. So I can hold my balls and then take whatever it takes to get what I want.
Yes, this is definitely important to have all of this, all of these things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And because you like train MMA for many years, what would you say for young people? What is the biggest benefit of like training MMA or overall training combat sports? Maybe not even as the pro fighter, but overall as the young people, young men, young women.
I would say like for all those young people, they're interested in training like some martial arts. I would always like told them to do it because it's like it save my life. Personally, for me, save my life. You know, because they keep you away from all the bad things that you can like you know find in the ways like you know like when you're growing up as a teenager or like or younger or like a little bit older, like it's so many stuff nowadays on the street that you can find and then you can turn yourself into a bad situation or to a bad person. So like always the sport is gonna save you, it's gonna bring you like the best friends, it's gonna bring to you healthy, it's gonna bring to you like a really good habit, it's gonna give it to you like a lot of like value to your life, you know, and then you will never regret about doing sport. So I would say like to those young people that like definitely go up there, try some like martial arts, and then you know live the lifestyle, not just like try to be a badass fighter. It's not about to be a badass fighter, it's about to build confidence and then be the best person you can be, you know. Like training martial arts doesn't mean that you can go now to the street and fight. It means that like now you know that you can fight, so that's why you don't do it, because you're not a regular person anymore, and then you have to keep that in your mind and you have to be a good person every single day. So I would definitely tell the youngers to like go try a martial arts and then like stay with the lifestyle and then like stay healthy, you know, make a good friend. One of the best friends I ever made in my life is from the gym.
I I definitely agree that the confidence and let's say this good values that the sport can give is something like very important, especially for young people, not to do some maybe some wrong things. The gym is like perfect place to be taught actually.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you are right now in the training camp, how do you deal with the stress connected with this fight? How do you feel about this?
I feel really calm in training camp. Like I really like manage myself very well. You know, like of course, it's always situations around yourself, but then I try to stay calm. You know, I do the best, and I try to just be focused on the things that I can control. And then you know, like I like to do all the stuff. Like I watch some like movies or some stuff like that to keep my brain to giving a break from like thinking about the fighting stuff. And then I have like, you know, I have some release, and then I remind myself that like we still a normal person, you know, like I'm a fighter, and then like when the lights come out and the cage close, I'm another person. But like every single day, like I deal with so many stuff, and then like I just can't be stressed out about it, you know. Life is too short to like stress out about so many things, and then we just gotta enjoy it, you know, enjoy the ride, you know, like, and then have fun doing whatever we do.
Uh, And outside of MMA, do you have any like passion or hobbies, maybe that you can focus on after your training camp, or even when you are in the training camp, something that you like and you can focus on?
Bro, my passion is eat. Like after fighting, like that's my passion. I just go and love to go find a new places to eat, try a new food, you know, like try to get involved with that. Like I love food, man, and I love to try new things. So uh, I really love what I do, fighting and training. So like to be honest, I after the fight, like next Monday, I'm back to the gym, even if I'm not like super training hard or like sparring, but I'm doing a lot of jiu-jitsu. I go to the class. I like to help the other guys, you know, like even like at the jiu-jitsu class, I go, probably I can train or something if I get some type of injury, but I go there. I try to help the lower belts in the jiu-jitsu class. And then yeah, like for me, it's just food, and then train. Is like the best things I love to do.
So maybe after your you will end your MMA career, you can like open some restaurant or go in this direction.
I think, yeah, I mean, I would love, and that's been on my mind the whole time. You know, open a restaurant. I would like and love to own a restaurant just because I would love to come every day and eat whatever I want and then like make it myself. But yeah, for sure, like it will be a pretty cool like business to have a restaurant and then like you know make the food that I like to eat good every day. You know.
I have two last question. One is if you can learn any skill in the world, but outside of combat sport, what kind of skill would you like to learn and know?
Cooking. I like cook. If I have time, I like cook. You know, I take my time. I feel like it's pretty like a good thing to like get out of stress of myself. You know, and then since I love to eat, I'll you know like better if I make my own food because I'm gonna make them the way I really like it. You know, it's not nobody better than that is gonna make the food the way you like than you. You know, so I would love to take some cooking classes. I mean, I've been done a couple times, but I would love to learn more about cooking.
It's cool. So you are like really focused on this on this part, like food eating.
Yeah. I like food too much, so it would be
And
better if I make my own. So I save more money.
definitely. And one last thing, what is your like official prediction for this fight?
My official prediction is finish the night with my hand raised, belt on my shoulder, and then going after that night, having a hamburgers, milkshake, and then enjoying with all the people who's gonna go see me, enjoying with all the family, all the friends, and then like you know, having fun, and then just my hand raised. Doesn't matter how, but like my hand raised, belt on the shoulder, milkshake, and hamburgers waiting for me after.
Yes, it will be
Double check, baby, and double check. Don't forget, double check plus my performance of the night or knockout of the night.
so perfect
So
night.
with my triple check, yeah, triple check. You know that will be a like the best night, and it
Uh,
will happen.
Okay, Gianni, so many thanks for the conversation. I think that it will be a really interesting fight, and with the win, I hope that we can see you in the UFC maybe this year, maybe early next year, because I think that you would be a great addition to the UFC roster.
Yeah, it will be happen though. And then thank you so much. I appreciate, because like I believe that is gonna happen, and I believe I will be one of the best additions to the roster in the UFC flyweight division. I will bring some good show out there. So thank you for belief in that, and I appreciate. It's good.